Oh no. No. You can't have my ball. It's brute. Ah! Stop!
Elvis, are you okay?
Huh? Oh, hi, Avery.
Elvis, it sounded like you were having a bad dream.
Oh, it was kind of scary.
Do you want to tell me about it?
No, not really. I'm gonna just try to forget it.
Okay, buddy, but I'm here if you want to talk.
Thanks, Avery. What are you working on over there?
I'm helping our friend Kambria with her experiment for the science club today. She should be here any minute.
Oh boy, I like Kambria. And I like experiments. How does it work?
It's a baking soda volcano. Friends, have you ever made one of these before? Well, basically all you need is some baking soda, some vinegar, and a beaker. You can also use some food coloring if you'd like. Now, measure out a teaspoon of baking soda and pour it into the beaker. Then, mix a few drops of food coloring. Plus, half a cup of vinegar into the measuring cup. Are you ready for the eruption? Count down with me. 3, 2, 1.
Wow, that's so cool. Boom.
Elvis, you have so much energy. I'm gonna need to take you to the dog park so you can run around.
The dog park? Oh.
Yes, Elvis, you love the dog park.
Well, maybe not today. Let's stay here and make more volcanoes. Here in the backyard, where it's safe.
Safe? Is there something at the dog park you're afraid of, Elvis?
Afraid? I mean, oh, hi, Kambria.
Hi, Elvis. Hi, Avery.
Hi, Kambria. Come on in. We'll talk about this later, Elvis.
Avery just tested out your experiment for the science club. It was so cool.
That's great. But I don't think I'm gonna go to science club today.
Oh no, why not?
I just don't feel like it.
But Kambria, that's not like you. You love science club and you were really excited to show your experiment to everyone. What happened to change that?
Well, I guess I'm scared.
You don't have to be afraid of your volcano. It's not real lava.
No, Elvis. No, I'm not afraid of my experiment. I'm afraid of a person.
A person?
Yeah. So there's this kid in science club who doesn't believe in God. One day I told him that I believe that God created our world. And ever since then, he's been making fun of me. I've tried telling him about Jesus, but he just keeps teasing me. He calls me a cheesy Christian, and it hurts my feelings and makes me mad. But yeah, I just don't want to go to science club anymore.
I'm sorry, Kambria. That makes sense why you don't want to go. Have you talked to your parents about what's been happening?
Not yet. I kind of wanted to try handling this on my own.
But God doesn't want us to handle hard things by ourselves. I know your parents love you, and they'll help you walk through this.
Yeah, you're right.
I also want you to know that I am proud of you for standing up for Jesus. That isn't easy. I'm so glad that God helps us when we do the right thing.
You know, I haven't really prayed to ask God to help me either.
You know, that reminds me of your science experiment. Like the baking soda, we aren't very powerful to do things by ourselves. But when we trust in the power of God, and ask for His help, He gives us the power to do things we never could have imagined.
So, God can give me the courage to keep being strong even when I'm being made fun of?
He sure can. In fact, in the Bible, we see how God gave David courage, even when David was being made fun of by a giant warrior.
Oh yeah, the story of David and Goliath. That's a story I really need to hear right now.
Avery? I might need to hear that story too.
Oh? Do you want to tell us what you're afraid of at the dog park, Elvis?
Well, you know that giant bulldog named Bruno? The one with the huge teeth and the stinky breath?
I've never smelled his breath, but I do think I know which dog you're talking about.
Well, Bruno is not very nice. He chases all the little dogs, and sometimes he steals our toys. He makes me feel afraid. I've even had some bad dreams. That's why I didn't want to go to the dog park today.
Elvis, I'm glad you told me. Now I can watch out for you when we're at the dog park. I'll make sure Bruno doesn't bother you. I will protect you.
Okay, thanks, Avery.
Kambria, Elvis, backyard friends, I want you to remember that we do not face scary things alone. God is with us. Let's read the story of David and Goliath in 1 Samuel chapter 17 right now to remind us of how big and powerful our God really is.
A long time ago, God's people, the Israelites, were in trouble. The Israelites were at war with the Philistines, a nation who did not fear God. The Philistines had a giant champion named Goliath. Goliath was over 9 feet tall, and his armor weighed 125 pounds. Every day, Goliath walked before the Israelite army and mocked, "Choose one man to come down here and fight me." But King Saul and the Israelites were terrified, and no one would fight Goliath. Now David was a young shepherd who helped care for his father's sheep. David's older brothers had already joined Saul's army to fight the Philistines. One day, David's father said to him, "Take this basket of food to your brothers and see how they are getting along." So David left the sheep with another shepherd and set out early the next morning. He arrived at the camp just as Goliath appeared to mock the Israelites. David heard the giant shouting and saw the Israelite army running away in fear. David asked the soldiers standing nearby, "Who is this pagan Philistine anyway, that he is allowed to make fun of the armies of the living God?" David's question was reported to King Saul, and the king sent for him. "Don't worry about this Philistine," David told Saul. "I'll go fight him." "Don't be ridiculous," Saul replied. "There is no way you can win. You are only a boy, and this giant is a man of war." But David didn't give up. "I take care of my father's sheep," he said. "When a lion comes to steal a lamb from the flock, I go after it and rescue the lamb from its mouth. The Lord, who rescued me from the claws of the lion, will rescue me from this Philistine." Saul finally agreed. "All right, go ahead," he said, "and may the Lord be with you." Then Saul gave David his own armor to wear. But after trying on the armor, David took it off. "I can't go in this. I'm not used to it." Instead, David went down to the stream and picked up 5 smooth stones and put them in his bag. Then, with only his shepherd's staff and sling, he started across the valley to fight the giant. Goliath walked out towards David, sneering with hatred at the boy. "Am I a dog," he roared at David, "that you should come at me with a stick? Come here and I'll feed you to the wild animals." David replied, "You come to me with a sword, spear, and armor, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of Heaven's armies, the God of Israel. This is the Lord's battle, and he will give you to us." As Goliath moved closer to attack, David reached into his shepherd's bag and took out a stone. He hurled it with his sling and hit the giant in the forehead. Goliath stumbled and fell onto the ground. When the Philistines saw that their champion was dead, they turned and ran. God had rescued his people because David trusted in his God.
My God sees all my problems. My God knows all my fears. My God meets me in struggle. My God dries all my tears. Gives me courage when I need it. Gives me strength in all my weakness. I sing praise to his holy name. I trust in you. I trust what you do. I trust in you. Oh Lord, you are enough. My God fights all my battles. My God defeats the enemy. My God grounds me in love. My God grants me what I need. Gives me courage when I need it. Gives me strength in all my weakness. I sing praise to his holy name. I trust in you. I trust what you do. I trust in you. Oh Lord, you are enough. I trust in you. I trust what you do. I trust in you. Oh Lord, you are enough. Oh Lord, you are enough.
Oh, I had so much fun at the dog park, Avery. Thank you for taking me.
You're welcome. I'm glad that you aren't scared anymore.
Nope. Even though Bruno was there, I wasn't afraid because I knew you would protect me, Avery. And when he tried to steal my ball, you got it back for me.
I want to be there for you, Elvis. But you know, there's really only one person who can be there for us all the time, and that person is God. God is the best protector ever because he is more powerful than anything else in the whole world.
Even big scary giants and stinky breathed dogs?
Yep.
Wow. It feels good to know that God is on our side.
God is on the side of those who trust him and obey his word. Friends, just like we learned in our story today, David trusted God, and God gave David the courage to stand up to a giant. What is something in your life that you need some courage for? Maybe like Kambria, you need the courage to keep being kind when someone is mean to you. Maybe you need to have the courage to try something new, even when you're nervous. No matter what you're facing, God will be with you, and he promises to give you strength when you trust and obey him.
Trust and obey. There's no better way.
That's right, Elvis. Friends, thanks for joining us on our adventure today. Remember, God loves you very much, and you are very special to him. See you soon.
Woof.